What's good, Shinhan fam? Today we are back with another NBA 2K theory video. And today the theory that we're going to be discussing is one that I've been thinking about it very meticulously for the past week or so, trying to prove it to myself. I've managed to do so. So now I'm going to do the same for you. I'm going to give you everything that I've come up with to prove that in NBA 2K18, DJ, our protagonist, our player, is actually dreaming throughout the entire NBA 2K story. I know it sounds crazy, but I got proof. Let's get into it. All right, so when you dream, most of the time things you dream about are things that you thought about that day, either consciously or subconsciously, things that were on your mind. Basically, what I was told are that dreams are like a replay of your thoughts throughout the day. I don't know how true that is. Probably should have looked that up before I started the video, but we here now. So that brings us to DJ. So what I think is going on here is that DJ is in one big reoccurring dream. A reoccurring dream is a dream that, you have multiple times and it kind of takes off where the last one ended. So it's like a continuation, a dream that continues in your mind over time, So here's what I'm thinking. DJ is, in actuality, his name probably isn't even DJ. That's probably like his dream name. You ever been in a dream where like people call like you somebody else, you're not yourself? So in DJ's dream, he's living out the persona of this NBA player, what he thinks the NBA life is like. In actuality, he's probably some amateur DJ, like DJing is his real job, which is why in the story he goes from being a DJ to a basketball player. But he's probably some amateur DJ with like a small following of like a couple thousand on social media. And what happens for him in the NBA 2K story is probably what he envisions life as an NBA player like. For me, when I think of what would life be like as an NBA player, I think of all the money they get. I think of all the women that they get. So if I were to have a reoccurring dream about being an NBA player, that dream, the theme of that dream would be money, spending lots and lots of money on super expensive things, and women. Lots and lots and lots of women. So the things that DJ thinks about as an NBA player, or what it would be like as an NBA player, is meeting other players, getting endorsements, and having a family. Like how he's a family with Shammy Wells and the security guard Boo Boo and the little the mop boy or whatever. That's what he thinks life as an NBA player would be like. You can tell ain't no money in his dream because VC. They be holding out on the VC, ain't it? But we're not here to complain about 2K. So that's what DJ's focuses are as an NBA player. That's what he thinks life as an NBA player is like. So when you're dreaming, there's a lot of things that happen that you can't explain. And like when you're telling other people to dream, they're looking at you like, what? Or like you just thinking back to the dream, you're like, why didn't I do something? Like why couldn't I change this? So I'm gonna give you a list, just a short list. We're not gonna make I'm not gonna compile a big list about all of these things, but I'm gonna give you a short little list of some things that happen in the 2K story that make you that could be a dream, that could be very dreamlike. First and foremost, everybody having like the wrong heights in cutscenes and whatnot. So think about it. When you play in the prelude, Rachel Demita and Ronnie are either taller than you or the same height as you, which is a dream issue. You ever had a dream where like you were either taller than you were or shorter than you were? I have dreams about being tall all the time. Like, well, not all the time, I used to. But in DJ's dreams, these people are taller than him or the exact same height as him, which is like weird, spooky dream stuff that don't make sense. Secondly, having B Fresh as the best friend who lives with you, that seems like some junk that would happen in a dream. I could 100% see myself having that dream and the next morning telling my roommates like, bruh, I had this weird dream that like I had this Asian girl as my best friend and she lived with me and she was cringe, bro. And it's like, why? In my mind, I'm like, why do I hang out with this girl? But for some reason in the dream, I didn't have a problem with it. It's just like we were just hanging out and she lived with me. It was weird. Don't that seem like some junk that would be in a dream? B Fresh is like, how is that a real character? Like, I enjoy it, but I understand what everybody talks about with the cringe. I've never met an Asian person like that in my life, but it's whatever. I think I just had the biggest 2K epiphany of the year. I think what 2K was trying to do with B Fresh, they were trying to make a female Timothy De La Ghetto. It just hit me. Oh my God, that's a separate video. That is a separate video. Oh my goodness. Be on the lookout for that. I'm not editing this out. I literally had that epiphany. Wow, let me write this down. Hold on, let me put this in my idea pad. 1 second, please. And the next dreamlike thing is every time you do an interview with David Aldridge, or every time they show David Aldridge, like, I don't have any clips of it because I don't play like my career like that and I don't be recording it. But think about it. I know y'all have seen it. Whenever they go to David Aldridge, whenever he finished talking, what is that? What is, like, he has like stoner eyes. I know how people look like. I see how people all the time. Don't he looks like he is extremely gone. David Aldridge looks super high. That's like some dream stuff. You're like going back to if I was in a dream, be like, bro, I had a dream that for some reason I was getting interviewed by David Aldridge, but that man was high as fuck. Like, he was extremely high on national television, just giving me an interview, and nobody was saying nothing. Isn't that some dream type shit? No? Am I making sense here? I feel like I'm making sense. I think I'm making sense. And the next dream type thing is the fact that in his dream, it only makes sense. Like, I've questioned this a million times, and nobody has given me an answer yet that sticks. So he was an amateur DJ in his life before basketball. He was an amateur DJ, right? But somehow he could afford a big old house with a basketball court in it. Unless he was selling drugs or something, then that don't add up, which I have a video on that. If you would like to see that video, you know, click on the 2K Theories playlist. Watch all of those for me. Shameless plug. And the next one is, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but the neighborhood, the entire structure of the neighborhood is weird, but especially the starting point. So you're telling me that this is supposed to be a real place in 2K world. This is supposed to be a real place where they have an NBA practice facility for an NBA team beside a Gatorade facility, beside an apartment complex with an Allen Iverson statue in the middle of the cul-de-sac. And then when the first building on the left is for people to gamble their money and play basketball. Not only is that illegal, but that design just, it's clutter, bro. It's like if that was a real place. I understand this is 2K. We're talking about a video game, but we're just stay with me here. This is some junk that you see in a dream, like some weird setup. You know, like when you have a dream, sometimes things, like I said, things just don't make sense. It's like, why are these specific buildings near each other? You know, if that was a real neighborhood or a real cul-de-sac, the architect for that plaza or whatever you want to call it deserves to lose his job, because that is trash. The entire design of the neighborhood is kind of trash when you think about it, but that's, I don't know. It kind of seems like Nuketown or something. It's like they took all these NBA players, just put them in this bubble, and was like, don't leave, and they put like a dome on top of it or something, like you know, like the Truman Show or something. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Next point, the Paul George talking fish. Don't even go into detail about that. Like, that's a talking fish that sounds like Paul George. Okay, that makes sense. That's something you'll see in real life, right? Why the fuck do people be texting me while I'm recording? Nobody texts me all day. A nigga decided to start recording. I've gotten 3 text messages while editing this video. Nobody texts me all day, bro. I've been in my house all day. Nobody texted me. The next point is that if you leave Shammy Wells, he follows you to whatever team you go to. That's some dream type junk. Like, he's literally just gonna be like, okay, this is real life. He's just gonna follow you to whatever locker room you're gonna go to. That's a thing. He could just do that. He could just leave whatever team he on and be like, yeah, I'm going with him. Yeah, you know, I know what my contract said. I know I signed the contract. I'm going with him. I'm out. We need to get these cutscenes off. I'm going with him. And last but not least, the way he talks to Ronnie in the text messages. So if you pay attention, which I know y'all had to see it, whenever Ronnie 2K texts you in NBA 2K18, every option that you have is like some extremely rude option. And when Rachel Demita mentions him or something in a text message, all the options are extremely negative and extremely rude. I get it, it's supposed to be a joke, you know, at the 2K community not liking Ronnie. But think about it. If you don't like Ronnie and you're like in the deepest part of your mind, you don't like Ronnie, then you want to trash talk. Like, we all trash talk Ronnie for no reason. Like, not no reason, but we all trash talk Ronnie Like, we're not even talking to him. It's like, it's never that serious where it's like, oh, I hate Ronnie 2K so much that I'm having dreams about trash talking this nigga. But in DJ's dream, because you wouldn't talk to him like that in real life. I don't think none of y'all are ballsy enough to talk to that man like that in real life. If you met Ronnie 2K in real life, you ask him for a picture. Like, don't even flex. Don't even front. You ain't got a lot to kick it. But DJ, in his dream, he is literally straight up just straight trash talking Ronnie every opportunity he gets. So DJ is in actuality an amateur DJ who has hoop dreams that literally haunt his dreams. Like, every night he goes to sleep and dreams about life as an NBA player, meeting Rachel Demeter, meeting Ronnie 2K, showing off his super sweet NBA player shoe collection to DeMar DeRozan, meeting Joel Embiid, befriending all these NBA players, getting his own signature shoe. He dreams of all these things while all of this crazy stuff that doesn't make sense is happening that points to it being a dream. So, did I prove the theory to you? Do you think it's a dream? Do you think I was making sense at all? Was this nonsense? Do you think this video was worth your time? Let me know with the like button. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. And as always, oh, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that too. But as always, I'm DbrownShinhan, and I'm up out of here.
All these people heads are hollow, only want to be accepted, so they try to make an image that is soulless, disconnected. To the day I stand corrected, I will fight with the viciousness. Years from now you'll laugh cause you witnessed this. Tell you why I spit like this, cause I don't give a fuck. Way too many told me no until I felt like I was stuck, but I rose. So happy with the path that I chose. They call me Mariano cause I'm bringing every game to a close now.
They shoot